It's finally here, Winter Heat Volume 2, which is my first solo project of 2024. Let's talk about it. Let me give a little backstory of what Winter Heat, how it even happened. I mean, back in 2019, Winter Heat was a project that was kind of brewing in the background as I was promoting another project during that time. And my goal was to release it in the summer of 2020. So if you remember 2020, it just didn't work out the way that I had planned. In a way, it kind of helped ease that depressing feeling that we were all feeling during that time. It kind of felt like, in a way, the project was out of place. I mean, to me, I'm my biggest critic. But anyways, that's besides the point. So Winter Heat Volume 2 has kind of a similar story where back in 2023, I was working on this, and originally it wasn't even called Winter Heat Volume 2. I was working on more than 5 songs for this specific project. Originally, I was going to call it No Chains, and, you know, I felt like out of all the songs that I was working on, these specific 5 songs stood out to me the most, and I felt like they really put together the story that I was trying to convey and trying to tell. So here we are now. I put it together as Winter Heat Volume 2, and I felt like that was the most appropriate name to go with it. 5 tracks on this project. Let's get into each track, and I'll give a little bit of a fun fact and background. So track 1 is called Don't Play, and originally it was written to another instrumental, and I had released it as a single with a music video. It was a dope music video, but with all free beats on YouTube, somebody purchased the exclusive rights to that beat, and you know, they hit me up. I respectfully removed it from the platform. I'm pretty sure I still have the original video, so I think I'm gonna just throw that up on my website for the subscribers to go and check out if you want to hear what the original song sounded like and what the original music video was. But moving forward to when I was like looking for instrumentals for this project in particular, like when I heard this instrumental, it made me think about that song, and I had a lot of fun with that song. So I was like, you know what? I want to revise the song. I want to just bring it back because it never really got its time. So that's what I did. I just brought it back, and I thought it came out dope, and I think this new instrumental fits it more, and I have the rights to the beat, so that's a plus. So before I move on to track 2, I want to just say that this whole project has been a new style of writing for me, because in the past I never really focused too much on the choruses. I've always kind of focused on my lyrics and the verses, and basically what I want to talk about before I even get to the chorus, and the choruses were kind of like a product of that. So with this project, I was focusing more on the choruses, and then having those choruses inspire me to write these songs. So with that in mind, let's get into track number 2, which is called Yeah Yeah. And the whole vibe of this song, you know, it really came from a place where I was just thinking about certain people in my life that I really care about, I really love. But, you know, sometimes those people that we love can be in a particular situation or a lifestyle that is not going to have a really good outcome for them. So kind of keeping that in mind as I was writing it, but also like with the chorus, it kind of was making me think about sometimes when, you know, as a child, we think we know it all. We think we have it all figured out. And when our parents tell us something that we're aware of, we're kind of just like brushing it off. Like, yeah, I already know. Yeah. Like, so that was kind of like the inspiration behind the chorus. And, you know, it's funny. I'm laughing because it's like a deep song. It's kind of like, you know, talking about some real stuff. But, you know, as adults, we tend to do that too. Moving on to track number 3, it's called Get It Done. And this song was something that like I really just wrote for me, but then, you know, looking back and reflecting on it, I feel like it's a song that can really help other people, because the song is about, you know, fighting through self-doubt. And at the time that I wrote it, I don't think I was really dealing with that, but I'm not gonna lie, coming into 2024, for whatever reason, I was just feeling so much self-doubt, so much frustration, you know, and I feel like in a way, like somehow I like either prophesied it or something, but me writing that song kind of helped me ironically get through that time. And I know that this song will help motivate some of you guys that are listening that, you know, might be dealing with self-doubt, might be struggling in that pursuit of whatever goal, whatever dream that you are pursuing. And I think that we need that as a daily reminder to keep going, because this is, you know, this isn't a quick thing that is going to happen overnight. This is something that we have to continuously work at. And that's with any goal or dream. So that's my song, Get It Done. Moving on to track number 4, Don't Wait Up. This is another funny song because this is a song that I wrote back in 2023. And at the time I wrote it, I mean, it wasn't necessarily dedicated to anyone. But now I feel like 2024, the shoe fits. That's all I'm going to say for certain people and for certain situations. So it's kind of funny how that happened, but I feel like the song holds a lot of truth, not just for me in my situation, but for other people that, you know, maybe they have a friend or they're in a situation where it's just not healthy and you just got to move on with your life. You got to remove yourself from that situation, and you got to tell them, like, don't wait up on me, because I'm going to move on and I'm going to be strong with it. And I'm going to be doing my own thing. And you got to say that with confidence. You got to be joyful in what's next to come. Because sometimes, like, too, getting out of certain situations and moving on from certain relationships can be very hard, especially if it's toxic. So I think this song is probably one of those songs that is like a motivation and a statement of that. Track number 5, Better Off. Now, this is a completely new track for me, a new sound for me, but I really wanted to make something that just basically portrayed my faith in God and giving thanks, because all this music, this whole journey that I've been on has been a journey to help me get to where I am, and all through that time I know that God was with me in all those times. So it was one of those songs that I wanted to just make and give thanks to my God, and to be, you know, happy, and in a way also reflecting on things that I've been through. So it's another vibe for sure, but I think it's really needed in this project, and I wanted to finish it off with something special. So that's all the tracks on Winter Heat Volume 2. It's out now. Please go check it out. You can visit my website, iam1am.com. I'll leave it in the description. If you want to support my music, please buy the album directly from me. It's also going to be releasing on certain platforms, so go check it out. I'm going to be leaving links in the description to music videos and other content regarding this album. So I really appreciate you guys for sticking around. Once again, it's 1 a.m. Winter Heat Volume 2 is out now. Go check it out. Gotta go my own way, so don't wait up. On a bigger, better thing, so don't wait up. I ain't even coming back, so don't wait up.